This is Shep's Garage, and today I'm bringing you a video not with my Golf GTI casually sitting over, where is it? There. Today I bring you a video of my mom's 2017 Porsche 911 Carrera S 991.2 Cabriolet. That's a very, very long name. Anyways, we bought this car a couple months ago in replacement of our 718 Boxster, and so far we have been loving it. And if you look at this car, it may look like it has 20,000 miles on it. Well, actually it has over 40,000 miles on it, and you may be wondering, why would we buy a car of that mileage out there? Well, it's because that Porsches are darn reliable, and also because of this spec. This spec is pretty beautiful. I'll get to that in a minute though. But in today's video, I want to go over on how reliable and how durable these cars can be when they go over 40,000 miles, and want to also give you guys some tips and tricks when buying a car at this age level. So without further ado, let's get straight into this video. First, I want to run over the spec quickly because I haven't showcased this car on this channel that much. Basically, to start off, it's a 2017 Porsche 911 Carrera S. It's basically one of the rarest Carrera S's specs out there. I haven't ever seen this is a Carrera white metallic paint. It has the upgraded brakes. It has, obviously, the Carrera S wheels. It has, as the car is currently locked, let me unlock it quickly. As it has the sport seats, it has sport exhaust, it has beige interior, and it also has a brown top, which is super pretty. And as you can see on the odometer, this car has just crossed 40,000 miles. I don't know if you can see that at all. Let me get a little close-up shot. 40,524 miles. And we bought the car with 35 or 38,000 miles. So far we put about I think we bought it at 38,000, so 2,000 miles on it. And we were kind of nervous when buying a car of this age level, but we couldn't resist the spec of this car. It ties so well together with the red and the brown and the white and the tan. So I want to talk through on how reliable this car has been, because literally over 40,000 miles, it runs like new, it looks like new. The previous owners of this car took amazing care of it. So let's start off with the things that we had to do to it after we bought it. Now, like with every 40,000 mile car, there are some flaws that we did have to take care of. So the first thing we had to take care of, I think you may have noticed or not, is this top is brand new. So we had to put a brand new top on it. That's what the dealer agreed, is that they would put a brand new top on for absolutely free. The reason why is that around over here, the seam was starting to rip, and that obviously that's not acceptable, so we needed to get that replaced immediately. And they fitted a brand new brown top on the car, and it looks fantastic. I love the look of the brown top. I know car enthusiasts may not like the brown top, but I think that really ties together with the brown interior. Anyways, what else is wrong with this car? So far, we haven't addressed this radio antenna. It needs to get replaced because the Sirius satellite radio doesn't work without it. So we need to get a new radio antenna. So that has to get fixed, as well as the interior door panel. Since this car lived its life in California for most of the time, obviously the glue in the door panels apparently comes apart. So this happens. So they have this door panel, color door panel on order. Same thing with the other side. Let me go to the other side to show you. It's both sides it's happening, actually. As you can see, this side not as much, but they are replacing both sides. So that side's on order too. So basic, and as well as that's mainly it in terms of what we had to do to it. But overall, this car has been in fantastic shape inside and out for 40,000 miles. Apart from that, it's really dirty right now. The seat has no marks showing that this car has 40,000 miles on it. The steering wheel, for example, has no signs of showing that it has 40,000 miles on it. And same thing with the shift knob. Sure, there is some wear on either side, but overall, no signs of showing that it has 40,000 miles on it. But overall, this car has held up amazingly and mechanically for over 40,000 miles on it. And honestly, I feel like that this generation of 911, the 991 generation, is my favorite generation of 911. I think the most reliable generation of 911. I think Porsche has stepped up in terms of quality over the 997, in terms of quality and materials as well. And because of that, I think they stepped up in terms of reliability as well. That's how the car has held up for the past 2,000 miles or so, but maybe 40,000 miles. That is pretty impressive on a car like this. I never thought that this type of car would be this reliable for 40,000 miles on it. I want to see ones with 100,000 miles, maybe 80,000 miles, and see how they're doing. I bet they're running basically like new. Now, anything to really look out for in terms of buying a car with 40,000 miles on it, especially a 911, well, really, I like to look at sort of the wear on the interior. That's something I would like to look at. Reason being, sometimes you don't know how hard the car's life has been, or so mainly, this interior looked amazing. It looked like new. It looked like the owners have actually taken care of it, which is why we went with this one. As well as another thing I like to look for is at the paint as well. The paint shows a lot of life, and as you can see, this paint, if I get my flashlight out here, you can see that this car had, apart from the mine in the dirt, but this car still shows its flake in that Carrera white metallic paint. And there's zero swirls, which means that the owner has actually taken care of this car and hasn't put it through an automatic car wash. But give or take, the car has lived its life in California for most of the time, so that could be why. But overall, the paint is in fantastic shape. There are no scratches, there are no dents, and the only thing that we did notice was there's some minor curb rash on this wheel, but I can't seem to find it right now, but it's barely noticeable. But other than that, appearance-wise and interior appearance-wise, that's what I like to look for. Another thing I like to look for is the service records. So, service records also state on what type of life this car has lived in or with. So like looking at the Carfax is good. Make sure the car's been serviced only at Porsche dealers, and mainly dealers or maybe third-party repair shops that also service Porsches. What's also nice is that this dealer we bought this car from, this Porsche dealer we bought this car from, also included, let's see if we can find it in here. This dealer also included, I can't seem to find it in here, but they included all of the service records from 0 up to 40,000 miles, which is amazing. But that tells us that this car has lived a very good life, and it's been maintained at Porsche dealers in California, and then eventually the car was actually got moved over here, and it got popped up at this dealership. So the service records all lined up for this car, which is great. So this car has lived a very, very healthy 40,000 miles. And that's something that you want to look for, is look at the Carfax, look at the service records if they are available. Let me show you how this thing runs. This thing has over 40,000 miles on it. 3, 2, 1. And runs like perfect. Beautiful sound. Cannot get better than that. Open the valves. Woo. so far 40,000 miles has been, overall, our 911 has held amazing over 40,000 miles, and I hope those tips actually helped you guys if you're thinking about buying a 911 to look out for those things, as I said. As well as, I just thought of another thing, is look at the front up here. You can see at the front here, or if you run your finger under here, that if the owner has like bombed this car out, and if you look under here, you can barely see that there actually isn't any scratches whatsoever underneath here, which really shows that the previous owner of this car really did a good job of minding curbs and such and such and such. So that is everything. That is our update on our 911, and I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I wanted to switch it up and bring a video of the 911 instead of my car, which is casually sitting in the background there. I will get back to doing some videos of my car very, very soon, but I kind of wanted to change things up because I didn't want my entire channel to be all Mark 8 GTI. So let me know if other videos you guys want me to do. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.